Hi guys, we are live. Sorry, a bit of a delay. I started the video and then I started doing something else and I forgot. Oh my gosh. So I see Andre's on here. Hello. Miss Mac is here. Annie, Debbie, Pranav. Pranav, you're slipping again. Not the first one. And how's everyone doing? Oh, Bandeep just showed up. Excellent. Welcome, welcome. My hair looks really messy. I was outside and I'm out of gel, so the wind really messed things up. Mr. Dunn is here. Is it Pranav's birthday? Happy birthday, Pranav. So we're gonna get right into the schedule. I don't have my normal schedule here, so it's a little bit harder to figure out when classes are, but I think we only have one live today, and that is for our 3 to 6 year old beginner class at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. And then tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. So tomorrow, let's try and do these in order. There's a 10 to 13 year old white to orange advanced belt class at 5 p.m. Then at 6 p.m., Mr. Dunn is doing another 3 to 6 year old beginner class. And then Friday's the same as usual. It's Mr. Dunn's classes. Bring a chair, bring a belt, or a towel. It's the other option. I might be wrong, but I think I have a pretty good chance at making sure that guess was correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Dunn. I know you're on here. So, update on the phone situation. It's all working. And, you know, they say necessity is the mother of invention. So, the phone number that we have for the dojo, the 1550 phone number, which is our main phone number, I've had it forever, and it's actually a residential line from some MLM provider that I used to be with, you know, like 15, 20 years ago. And I never got rid of it because the phone features that came with it were full on business, like could do dial hunting, email, voicemail, or voicemail to email, like all this stuff that if I switched my line to Bell would cost me extra. And I never used those features since we moved because we had the new phone systems on the counter that each had their own voicemail and stuff. So basically just had that number, you know, transfer right to our new phone system. But since that phone system is stuck at the dojo, and I brought the phone line, the digital phone line, home, I went back to using some of the features on the original one, which means along with our help desk system, which is a ticketing system, now we can get all your voicemails in as a ticket in that system because it'll forward it to an email address.
You guys excited as he is?
I know, right?
Probably not.
Well, for us, it's good. And it should provide better service as well, because now we can take those new voicemail tickets and make sure that they're assigned to individual members and customers, so we can track, again, make sure we're giving timely and accurate answers to your questions. And it's all consolidated in one place. So we don't have 3, 4 different systems to check, right? So that might be something that we keep going forward. I just have to think about that for a while. So
yeah,
because it's an interesting benefit that I wouldn't have thought about had this not happened.
Yeah.
And then, of course, for our staff, because it's in the ticket system, we can assign any staff that needs access to voicemails to the voicemail group, or remove them as necessary, and that way everyone has access to the same stuff.
Yeah, we have one staff member listening, so.
Well, you never know. Maybe they'll catch it on the replay.
Maybe.
Speaking of which, I still have to. I forgot to message Miss Power. Make sure she has all her stuff.
So you're gonna do that today. Now? I'll take over.
Yeah, you start talking.
Okay.
I'll be back in a second.
I have no trouble talking while he's distracted with that. So guess what I'm doing? I'm making a keto pizza. So the crust is a cauliflower crust, and it's currently baking in the oven. Now, I purchased the cauliflower crust. I did not make it. However, I do have a recipe to make one. I just happen to have one because we're all now, minus my older son, but he's just eating keto by proxy because the meals are really great. So I've got that. So I might have to deke out because I have to pre-bake the crust. Then I have to put on my low-carb sauce and cheese. This is all actually for Archer, because contrary to most parenting advice, I actually cook separate meals for at different times depending on who I have to feed, because I have generations, it feels like, of members of my family. I have Sensei and I have an almost 11-year-old, and then a 23-year-old young man who can eat and eat and eat. So currently I have found that we can all eat the keto meals because it satisfies everybody's preferences and needs. So yeah, so I am. We've got a wedding coming up in October, so we've got some people that have some weight loss goals. Archer has gained a lot of weight because he was on steroids, so ketogenic is really good for the endocrine system and in shedding pounds. As long as you're able to do it, there's like, if you're working out as vigorously as some people are, then you need to do not just research about ketogenic diet. Well, you do need to do research and then try it out, but you can get depleted very quickly unless you have exogenous ketones as your drink instead of a sports drink if you're doing keto. So I've learned many things over the 5 years that I've been dabbling with it. I was doing keto for a year and a half, just keto, and now I've incorporated some supplementary products to help the process, and it's we're all having really great results so far. But anyway, I wasn't telling you guys that so that you would jump out and do keto, so don't. Just because I'm doing it, that wouldn't be the right thing to do right now. If it's something you want to try in the future and you want any guidance, then come chat with me in a few months. Yeah, so we'll see how that pizza turns out, but the meals have been fabulous, and the meals are allowing us to do intermittent fasting as well and be satiated, and we have no cravings. It's really working well for us right now. But I will let you know how it turns out. I do like cauliflower crusts better than some of the, let's see, I think Pizza has a keto crust, and it's from a company called The Unbun. And you can buy those at Simply for Life by the Dojo, that little grocery store by the Dojo. The buns are great. They taste as close to regular bread as possible, but the crust for the pizza, so Pizza landed a deal with Unbun, and now they have this crust that's a pre-made keto crust, and it is a little bit like soft, like doughy. I like the crust to be crispy on the bottom, so I prefer cauliflower crust. That's just preference. But if you're looking for a keto bread, the Unbuns are the best, in my opinion. You can get hot dog buns and that sort of thing too. What else? So we've almost gotten through all of our invites for the people that passed their grading. Everyone passed their grading on March 14th, so we're distributing the belts on Saturday. That's exciting. We are moving, very excited in informing people about the new schedule starting in June. Yeah, and we're just back to running the business. So we've had to make some tweaks here and there, but we're going to be, sending out our promo for new students Yeah, everything's working out well. I never would have thought that we could train people in martial arts, but just in the brown and black belt class last night, I can definitely assess technique, power generation virtually, no problem. So it's absolutely doable to continue your martial arts journey virtually. So hopefully we'll get some in-person time though. It'd be nice to have a hybrid program where we've got some time at the dojo and some time on virtual. He's taken a long time, eh?
Lots of instructions.
Anyways, I'm just babbling on. How are you guys doing? How's everybody's, what day are we today? Wednesday? How's everybody's Wednesday going?
Okay, I'm done.
I just asked a question, don't start talking.
That's good. This would be the coffee part of coffee and questions.
We're drinking our keto coffee.
Keto coffee.
I put cocoa powder in mine. Apparently cocoa powder is great to cut cravings. So you should take cocoa powder, pure cocoa powder though.
Yeah, not hot chocolate.
That's the cacao powder you want, not cocoa powder. So COCAO, cacao, or CACAO. And you can buy that actually at No Frills in their organic section. It's relatively expensive, but you don't use a lot. You mix that with water. It's not tasty. If you have like cravings that really pull you, but a high carb diet or even a moderate carb diet will lend to cravings for sugar and sweets and stuff. Keto, not so much. You can get rid of those cravings and trim down fast. It's amazing. And as I say, you have to do it right. Otherwise, you deplete yourself of electrolytes. So you need to know what you're doing. Debbie Bauer says classes are just as intense. Excellent. Yeah, no reason why they can't be. The new training method that I've got you guys doing with the exercises is actually making a difference in my own results as well. It works for me. Yeah. I'm going to attempt to do another walk, but I'm going to not do 5.6K. I'm going to walk until I feel the bottoms of my feet starting to bellyache. I'm starting to complain. And then I'm going to turn around. If only my feet were conditioned for it. I don't know. I don't know what I would do in hotter climates or in a poorer climate, right? So very lucky to have shoes. Speaking of which, do you have anything you want to say? Because I'm going to just keep talking.
No.
It's so gross. So I happened upon a video.
Oh my God.
It's terrible. Don't Google it. You will get sucked in like a train wreck that you can't look away from. So there was something on, it just came across my feed, and it was a guy in a third world country who had picked up worms on the bottom of his feet. Apparently they burrow into the bottom of your foot. So when you travel, you need to be very careful where you go barefoot, because you can get viruses, bacteria, and then actual parasites like worms laying eggs in your skin and growing in there.
Or they could just be on the ground, and if you have like,
and you can pick it up.
You have cracks in your feet or something, like
it gets in.
An open wound or whatever, and they get lodged in there.
So they look kind of like big blackheads, and there's this guy picking it out, and it was like so satisfying and so disgusting at the same time. I couldn't look away. Don't go Googling it. But anyway.
Keep in mind, she's a former nurse. Not all of us get off on that kind of stuff.
More than anybody's willing to admit.
Apparently, enough people that they can make a show of it.
Yes, it's a video. It's just a video going on.
Yeah, but there's a show on TV. It's like Dr. Pimple or something.
Ew. Oh, I've seen those too. Once you start, you can't look away. So don't do it.
It's a whole TV show. They actually have shows every week on, like, people pay to watch this.
And a lot of those pimple ones that have a lot of stuff in the hole, that's actually an abscess or a boil. It's not a pimple anymore, just so you know. Like, I used to heal those wounds as a nurse when I was going into people's homes. Abscess, fistula, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so Annie says last night's class was not good for her as you had to go. You got kicked out. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, your connection wasn't doing you any favors during the adult beginner class, for sure.
But the replay works, so that's really good.
Yeah.
Actually, I was having, during my morning meditation, I was having some connection issues. Like, it was very choppy. So I think the systems are overburdened. Nothing I could do about it on my end. change my style of sock. Possibly. I was wearing cotton socks. I've tried, Debbie, I've tried the athletic socks. They're specifically made for running long distances. You can't not chafe. That's the thing, depending on how long you're going. Even after a 10K run, seasoned runners get bloody toenails. It's just their bodies.
Your body's not designed to do marathons. It's just not. Even people that have done marathons forever, like after, they usually say after that, I think it's, what is it, 25, is it 25 miles or kilometers?
For the marathons,
Yeah.
21 kilometers.
21 kilometers. Yeah. The skin and on the feet has been so wet for so long with friction that some of these guys lose a layer of skin off their whole foot. Like they could pull it off like a glove, or they lose all their toenails. And these are people that are experienced. Or those guys that do the ultra marathons. It's
my
like
brother-in-law does those.
4 marathons in a row.
Yep.
Or they do the cross country.
They do 100K.
Yeah. Or they do the cross country extreme running. It's like 100 miles across like deserts, and
again, my brother-in-law does
super
those.
Crazy.
He's like, almost 60, just so you know.
They your feet never get a chance to breathe.
Yeah.
Right. And it doesn't matter what kind of shoes you're wearing or not wearing.
Yeah, you can get ones that will optimize your distance, but there is some wear and tear. So
well, they just change their shoes, because the shoes are only good for one marathon.
No, a pair of shoes is good for about 300 kilometers. So probably 3 if they're doing hundreds. But yeah, training and all that, maybe. Okay, so your mats are getting pulled apart. Yeah, you kind of need higher quality. We still haven't been able to get hold of Hashiba, so
yeah,
we may have to rethink, or
we might have to rethink that whole thing.
No, I was gonna call Buddha World. Sorry, I haven't done Buddha World yet, so I'm gonna call them.
Well, I was just there.
Yeah, it's okay. We're just so much on our mind. Bandit, you're thinking of doing the replay today, but then you're wondering if your body will feel good for class. If you're wondering about the possibility of being good for Friday, you probably won't be. So do one or the other, right? If you really want to do Mr. Dunn's class, then go to the live class. If you need something a little different, then just insert the replay.
Remember, for all you guys, because you guys are all in the auto class, today's only live is the kids class, so this is your rest day.
Yeah, but they have to get a replay in, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to do that today, right? So listen to your body. If your body's not recouped enough that you could do the class full tilt, then take the rest day. There's no point. We want to make sure that by the end of all this, when we're allowed to go back to the dojo, that we're actually improving, not injuring ourselves and coming back to the dojo worse off than we were before the quarantine. Ugliness has gym mats. Uline. So just be careful, guys. Those mats, especially the Uline. I don't know about Ugliness. I've never heard of them. But Uline's mat are not gym mats. Their puzzle mats are meant for absorption, like shock absorption for like warehouse workers to stand on, but they will not hold up. The surface material is not the same. So when you're running or hopping and doing that kind of stuff, that surface material will wear off, and then it'll start making bits like that foam. So just be careful. Yeah, again, I wouldn't say the mats that. So you're gonna get a couple of situations, because we looked at them as well, and they make mats for different types of industry. They're not sports mats. So some of them you'll be overkill, because they're like chemical resistant mats for warehouse workers that work in like with oil and things like that, where you end up paying way too much, or they're just like behind the counter cushions kind of thing to help people with their joints that are standing for a long time. Yeah, I wouldn't. If you're gonna invest in mats, I would wait until you can get the proper ones. And you know, as soon as we have a line on where we can get them from, we'll definitely let you guys know. We do have some equipment, so we're planning to be doing partner classes probably once or twice a month. So for people that, you know, if you're a parent and you have your kids at home and you want to do partner work, we're obviously going to be doing self-defenses, but also potentially some striking drills, stuff like that. So if you have a pair of focus mitts, awesome. If you don't have focus mitts, we have some for sale on the website. Those are things that we can more easily order from Harashida, our supplier, or one of the other suppliers, because we can just do it through the website. We don't have to actually call anyone because it's not like a big bulky thing like mats. And I don't think they have the staff to answer phones and stuff right now because they're not running
or email.
100%.
Are you talking Harashida?
But yeah, just their support staff isn't there, but their system online is still taking orders. There just might be a bit of a delay, especially with Canada Post and stuff, with them shipping it out.
Yeah.
But at least we have the option there of having them ship it to your home directly, which is why on our website, I included the cost of shipping to Milton. If you're outside of Milton, like Annie, contact me first because I would have to recalculate and figure out the proper pricing for you based on your home address. Or you can come and pick it up at the dojo because it would cost the same to ship it to us. So there was a bunch of texts that autocorrect failed. Good to know. How much are the focus mitts? So they're on the website. So including the shipping, it's like 111 plus tax, but they're good focus mitts. Like they're not top of the line. Without the shipping, they'd be under $100. But they're good quality. So they'll last, for a few years. And the brand is Revo, but you can double check on the website, amamilton.com, and go to the shop. And then I have 2 items in there right now. There's the focus mitts and something that's called a clap. I think it's called a clapboard. It's something that you can hold. It has 2 flaps side by side for kicking on, right? So your parent can hold it out at different heights to make a target, and your child can kick it, or whoever your partner is, or if your husband is willing to hold focus mitts for you, they can definitely participate in the partner classes as well. And who knows, maybe we'll suck them into doing karate when we open up again. Are they required for training? I would say only for we're not going to be doing any partner work or pad work in our regular classes. This would be for a separate partner class that we're planning to do on a Saturday. And we're just still trying to figure out the logistics. Now, as far as should you get them or should you not get them anyway, you can. I mean, you guys both train, so if you have a focus mitts, you're welcome to practice on your own with Nathan. Right, you can practice your jab, cross, hook, uppercut using the pads. That would be cool since you don't have a heavy bag to use. And we used to require all our yellow belts to get focus mitts anyway. So they're like a pad that fits onto the palm of your hand. It'd be easy if you go to the website and look at it. You'll see. That'd probably be easier than me trying to explain it. Actually, we could always try out another feature since we got this nifty software here. I just don't know if I have the plugin installed. Ooh, I can too. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I can share my screen. I just forgot to pick what I was sharing. Share a screen. Chrome tab. Yeah, that's not working. Hold on. Why is that not working? This should work. Okay, I'm just gonna try it anyway. Okay, I don't think that helps. Good intentions, eh? Good intentions. I just don't know what it's showing you. It might be because I have 2 browsers open. Oh, here we go. Let's try this. Of course not.
If you need to end the call, Sean,
Yeah.
I'm on with the pharmacy, so
Okay.
I'm on hold.
Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time. Try it one more time. Hopefully it works this time. Let's just do this. We'll share the entire. So now you get me twice. If I do this, I go to shop, and then under shop, there's training from home. So you guys can see that. So there's these. This called a Revo double clapper target. So that would be for kicking, stuff like that. And then there's the Revo focus mitts. So it's just a pad that fits over top of your hand. Yeah, so that price on there is for a pair, for sure. They only come in pairs. The problem is, like, the reason they're as much as they are is because we included the cost of shipping to Milton. They're a good thing to have anyway. We used to do a parent and taught class, and it was mandatory that they had those so that they could practice at home because they only trained once a week. And then we had the, again, for sanitation reasons, we used to have it as a requirement for yellow belts to bring their own focus mitts for class. But we ended up, because when the curriculum changed, we stopped doing some of those drills, and we did the sparring gear instead. But personally, I think focus mitts are awesome. The one thing is you'd have to order those online, so wouldn't be able to pay for those with credit right now, like with store credit. So we just don't have that system right now. But even when we get back and it's back to business as usual, you could still order them at that point. I'm going to be adding, so keep your eye open on that page as well, because as I find other equipment that you guys could use at home that we have access to, I'll be adding other products to that. As long as we're able to have them drop shipped directly to your house, then that's something that we can sell. It's just if it has to be delivered to the dojo, that'll increase the cost, because then we have to pay for the shipping for that, plus pay shipping to get it to you. You ordered them on our site? Cool. Yeah. Normally, like, unfortunately, normally when we get equipment, we don't have to add in the shipping like that because we get them in bulk, and then the shipping is spread out across the cost of the entire order, and it's usually low enough, you know, percentage wise, that we can just eat the cost of that. But because when you're ordering stuff online, they charge shipping per item, we just can't, there wouldn't be any point in us selling anything if we didn't charge you the shipping. So, because that would just take away any profit margin. As a, I mean, we're a business. At that point, it would be, you might as well just, if that's what we did, you might as well just order it off Amazon. Not that you can probably get, well, you might be able to, I don't know. Oh, cool. Thanks, Debbie. You got the focus mats or the clapper? Oh, she said she didn't receive it. Okay. One thing we are looking at, what I'd really like to be able to get direct shipped to you guys, are the Wave Masters. Now they are a bigger ticket item. The Wave Master itself is, for the standard size, you're looking at around $350 to $400 plus the shipping on top of that. So, but it is great if you don't have a way to hang up a heavy bag from your ceiling or something like that. I know Mr. Dunn was looking into getting a heavy bag, but like if your basement's finished and you don't have access to the beams, things like that, then a Wave Master is a great alternative. Well, you got both. Excellent. The one thing I would recommend over the 20 years experience I've had with Wave Masters is put sand in the base, not water. Because eventually, over use, they do wear out. Like, it's a plastic base, and they, you know, has seams, and eventually they'll crack, and you don't want water leaking over your carpet and stuff. So we fill ours with sand. And then the other thing I haven't tried yet, but I've heard it's pretty good, is you can get a bag of, you know, the silicone, they're not silicone, but it's like the stuff that's inside diapers that makes gel. So when it gets wet, it like expands. So you can get this stuff. It's actually meant for for like basketball nets and stuff. So you fill the base with water, and then you pour this silicone powder stuff in it, and it turns it into a gel. And then as long as you leave the cap on, it stays sealed. It won't leak. If it and then if you want to turn it back into water, I think you add like a couple tablespoons of salt to it, and it dehydrates them all out, and you can just pour the water out. That's the way I've been told it works. I haven't tried it myself yet, though. I think we popped one or two. Yeah, we've broken a couple of the Wave Masters. Water is definitely messy, especially if you have a finished basement and it's all done up nice. Or, you know, why take the chances? Although if you have carpeted flooring, I think it's probably more, the carpet would probably protect the base of the Wavemaster. One of the ones we broke was my 6-foot Muay Thai bag. It actually had water cylinders down the center, so you could adjust the weight. The bag that we have in there now doesn't have water inside. Yeah, I would definitely recommend hardwood floor, as you recall.
How does that look?
So that's good. That's good.
Can you guys see it?
Oh,
Keto cheese pizza on, I don't know if you can see it. Ooh, can you take that out?
Maybe.
There you go. See?
All right. So, does anyone have any questions for me today? We're about 4:10, and I want to make sure I'm available for Miss Powers' class to help her out. I have to go over the itinerary, I think.
No.
The pizza lady. Notice I didn't get any. I got my coffee though. It's very good. Needs anchovies. I think that would be considered a carb. It's a keto pizza, so. Yeah, you too, Mr. Dunn. We'll see you online tomorrow. Okay, guys, I'm gonna sign off. It doesn't look like anyone has any questions for today. So again, make sure you check out the website, register for the blog updates, and if you haven't downloaded the AMA Milton app from your app store, go do that right now. Or else. Okay, that's probably the easiest way to keep in touch, because then you'll get push notifications when updates happen. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunny weather outside.